Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. Right, so this video today is on this Hyundai i35 CRDI. That is not really, well, it is important obviously so you know which car we are working on. But the engine, I'm not sure which engine is on this. Is a diesel obviously, but it doesn't really matter for the work we're going to be doing on this. Yes, by the title or thumbnail, this is not my cup of tea jobs, but the owner of this car is my former neighbor, so it was my next door neighbor from where I used to live before. And yeah, he rang me asking me if I could do this. So I was doing this kind of stuff for him anyway. So we're going to do an oil and filter change on this. I'm not going to take you through that. But another thing that he wants me to do is to change a coil spring on one of the front struts, which is the driver's side. In this case, right hand side. So if you have the steering on the other side, it's going to be passenger side. Yeah, I know it's no rocket science jobs, but I will take you through. So with no further ado, let's gonna get outside because we don't need to be here. We can't be here to do the job, obviously. So let's gonna go outside and start to see what we need to get out, what we need to remove, and so forth. Okay, so just got the wheel out. So I think it's not gonna be too difficult to do this. So indeed, the spring is actually gone. The spring actually dropped down here. It came out of the base, this big bit, and is here. It doesn't look like it's damaged anything, so it should be okay. But yeah, the spring is definitely gone. Yeah, it's definitely gone. So obviously we're gonna have to take this link, these two bolts. These should then drop, and we should be able to. Yeah, and we should be able to take it out without the need of take anything else. To take the top, unfortunately, I had a quick look. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to reach that nut right at the back. I can reach these two, but the one at the back, yeah, I can't do it. So we're going to have to take this cover off. This is part of the wipers cover, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So we're going to have to take the wipers. Take these off, really. Yeah, so it's a little bit more than I initially thought. Wow, this engine bay is really good to work on. Look at the space around for the turbo. Wow, be nice to work on this thing. I mean, it would be easy to work on this thing, I would say. Plenty of space. Yeah, we paused to work on a Jaguar this morning, and yeah, that's a different video, guys. I'll take you through when you watch that one. Anyway, that's going to take that cover off and start to take things apart. Okay, and it looks like I don't need to take this part off, which is good. I thought I might have to, but there is a rubber cap in there that is right above the net, so that was well thought, so I can take it through there. So first thing I'm gonna do probably is start actually from down below, take the two bolts in there and then see how that plays out. Okay, so all the nuts are removed. I haven't removed the bolts in there yet, but we need to take that off first. So we're gonna have to take the tension from the torsion bar first. I'm using this crowbar here, right there in the corner. And as you can see, when I push it down, we take the brush off and we should be able to slide this thing away, see? Obviously I need two hands for that, but we're gonna take that off. And then I'm gonna take those bolts off, and hopefully this whole thing will drop, and then we'll give room to remove the bolts at the top and take the wall strut out. Okay, the two bolts, well, everything is removed. The bottom bolt was completely seized in there. I don't know if you can see. I had to use the actually impact tool on this side to move it until it freed up, but it's all done. So yeah, so this now is loose. As you can, I'm gonna stretch this sensor here. I'm gonna have to take this bolt off maybe, because otherwise I'm stretching the sensor of the cable, and I don't want to damage anything. So let's gonna take this bolt off, so we don't put any pressure on the cable. And that's about it. Then we'll take the three bolts, the three nuts at the top. Okay, so before we proceed, dá me that took it off, maybe. I think this cover needs to come off. Is it plastic? Yeah, it is. Well, it doesn't need to come off, to be fair with you. Yeah, it doesn't need to come off, but yeah, because this is actually on the chassis itself. Okay, so I'm gonna leave one in place, the one at the back. That one is gonna stay there for now. Okay, that one is there. And this last one will have to be with a spanner. Jesus, I hope that one is not gonna fall off. Okay, so this one now is holding the strut in place. So we can't just take it, I mean, we're gonna have to take it all off, but now, yeah, there it is. Now I hold the strut in place, take these off. And the whole thing just comes off. So rather simple, to be fair with you. Strut is out. So now we are going to take these off to remove the spring. Sorry guys, so we're going to take this top off, the bearing, this nut in the middle, in order to take the shock absorber, in order to remove the spring. Right. It didn't damage the sleeve, I think. Did it damage it? No, it didn't. It's a little bit crushed down here, but it looks like it's not damaged, which is good. Okay, let's go and open this and get the new spring. Okay, so this is a 17mm, and we need to hold these outside. Okay, I think I need a different position for this. Perhaps like that. Oh, dear me. That's tight. Yeah, I'm sure there is some special tools to take these things off. Obviously the spring that's in place now is not really putting any pressure, so I'm not going to be able to hold this for much longer though. needs to come. Woo. Jesus. Oh my god. Gonna have to cut this spring. Because the spring... Oh! Damn it. I think I'm gonna have to cut it off because the spring is completely jammed on this thing. I might just cut it off, it's gonna be way easier. That was easier, way easier. There we go. Take the rest of the spring. Things out. There we go. The bearing looks okay. Right. Ready for the new spring then. Just gonna give it a clean, etc. But it's about ready to go. The rubber still is okay. It's a little bit of damage here. Probably would do with the replacement, but I don't think the spring even touched this area because the spring comes from here. Sorry, comes from here, and then as it comes here, it starts to lift to the second wind, so it doesn't really make a difference here, but should be alright. Should be alright. Okay, so the spring is here. So this spring was brought to me by the owner. Now, when it comes to springs, the right way to do this, oh damn it, why am I damaging the box? The right way to do this would be obviously replace both springs. We're not going to do this here in this case. I recommended that when he came to drop the car. He just wants to replace the broken one. That's all we're going to do, is replacing the broken one. So we're going to put everything back on. Then I will take you through when we get there. Okay guys, just a quick note, so you guys know, just remember the top of the strut is keyed, so the bearing only goes in one position, so make sure you put that in the right position, otherwise you're gonna damage something, okay? So otherwise, well, it will not go in, or it will not go all the way down, I'll say, so just remember that, okay? Okay, so everything is in place. These nut here are done as I felt is okay. I don't know the torque specs for this, so I'm not going to tell you either. Just do it as soon as you feel it's tightened enough, just leave it. I have the torques for everything else, which I will start to put them up as we put everything back on. So another thing that I would like to highlight very much is very careful when you work with these spring compressors. Guys, they can be very dangerous if they slip or something like that, so be very, very, very careful. I put everything, so the spring now has a stopper in here, so that's in place. I put the top the bottom rubber here on the bearing. I put exactly where ending in the exact same place where it was before, and now we're going to decompress this, take this off and put everything back on. But that's pretty much it for this. Okay, it's all ready to go back in place, so with no further ado, let's gonna start. Okay, so we're gonna try to use the exact same technique. So this only fits in one position, so you can't really get it wrong. Okay, that's it, there's one left. Okay, so now actually we're going to put the last nut in place. Okay, so now we need to turn this around to go on the knuckle. Right. There we go. So now we're gonna push it up a little bit. Put the bolts, or bolts come this way, nuts on this side, and then put everything back on. And then I'll take you through the torques. Okay, the first one is going to be the bottom of the strut to the knuckle, which is between 137 and 156, somewhere around there. I'm going to do 150. Okay, next one is the linkage for the torsion bar and the strut, which is between 98 and 117, and we're going to do 112. So that's done. Okay, and the last one is the top of the strut, which is between 44 and 56, I think it is. And I'm going to give it 50. Unfortunately, I don't have a spanner, a torque spanner, so this one here at the back I can't really give the torque because I don't have how to put the torque wrench in there. We'll do the other ones at 50. Okay, the two we have access to. Now let me see by hand how much roughly that is, so I have a better feeling for the torque. Okay, it's quite a lot. So I just put it here and I made force until I managed to move that tiny bit, so I can see roughly how much I need to put into this. 50 Newton meters, bang on. So now we're going to put this cap back on. Where is the cap? It's here. Put this cap there in place. This thing comes off. But pretty much, guys. Now come on, get in there. Come on. There it is. Put this in place as well. Then it was me that pulled it out. I don't know if it was or not. This little cap at the back. And now, guys, is pretty much the reverse. It's just put the cover in there, put the wheel. I still need to put these here. Can't forget this. I still need to put these here, and but it's just pretty much done. So just gonna finish this off and then wrap up this video. Okay, guys, done and dusted. Now I'm gonna do the oil change and filter change. But that's it for this job. So that's it, guys. I know it's nothing special, but who knows, there might be some information here that can help someone, and that's what this is all about, is to share information and help people out there. So with no further ado, guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. I hope there's some information here you guys can find useful. If you do have any questions, any comments, you do know how it works, put them below. And like always, thank you for watching.